Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Mike McCormick. I'm with Advanced Criminology Services in Owings Mills. We're coming into our offices today. Uh, we want to do a reenactment just on board, on paper, on a whiteboard, so you can kind of see exactly what we believe occurred on November 15th, 2017, between 4:15 and 2:30 p.m. regarding the death of Officer Suter. We're looking at what we believe leading up to the officer's death and subsequently afterwards. And so what we did was did a depiction of the actual area where Officer Suter was murdered at, and some surrounding things, so you can kind of see exactly where we are. So we show you some houses here, a couple streets, back down Bennett Place here, coming back over, and then we're going to focus in onto where the incident took place. Okay, we're going to start off, we're going to go back eastbound here on Bennett Place. This particular street would have been Fremont Avenue. Officers would have entered here because this is a one-way only. Their cars parked on both sides of the street, houses on both sides of the street, up until they get to this point here, which is called vacant lot A, and that blue car would be Officer Suter and his partner. I have X marked off as Officer Suter's partner, and we have Officer Suter by the broken red line. You see, we have him as moving from the vehicle towards this area here where we believe he made eye contact with the suspect. We think that eye contact took someplace right about here, just as they entered the first lot area. There's a diagonal here, probably where the officer saw some activity, and then they just decided to pull over and park right here. We believe Officer Suter exited his vehicle at this time, went about 60 feet here, made contact with the suspect, making this turn here where he disappeared, and he would have disappeared from the eyesight of his partner right here. We marked off vacant lot B here, where there was 20 feet from where the officer would have been in confrontation and the body would be, back to here, the back of this vacant house. This is a vacant house right here on the corner. This is a vacant lot. Vacant lot A is also vacant. So even if the officers moved from eastbound to westbound here, once they passed this building right here, they would have been able to see, or at least whoever was driving would have been able to see this area right in here and what was apparently some suspicious activity going on right back here. And as I said, we believe they pulled over, parked. Officer Suter jumped out of the vehicle, probably had brief discussions, whatever they may or may not have been, and decided to walk in this direction right here. We believe his partner was right here. By the time the officer bent the corner, this confrontation took place really, really quick. We don't believe it was but a matter of seconds. As soon as the officer bent the corner here, he was engaged in a fight for his life. We believe that the shots rang out in this section here. The shots would have been super loud because, again, there's a house here, vacant house here, and it's open space from here to here, and that sound would have reverberated off of both of these walls right here, which in turn would have made this particular officer probably not know exactly where the shots were coming from. So in his mind, he's probably thinking shots are coming here, probably behind him, or probably here. I'm just speculating. I don't know. So once the firing was over with, he immediately responded to this area right here, saw his co-worker suffering from a gunshot wound, and probably got on the radio immediately and started radioing for help, signal 13, ambulance on the way. We believe that also he might have ran past his partner just to see if he could get a glimpse of someone leaving this area right here. We believe, I'm paying back out, we believe that he went left here from this site here. The suspect ran south on Schroeder Street, perhaps north. It probably wouldn't make sense to run north because the Western District is in this area right here with probably more police presence around the station house. So we believe the suspect is familiar with the area, and he probably would not have ran in that direction. We certainly believe he wouldn't have run back over this way or back towards the partner, and we would know that simply because we would have gotten a better description from the partner. So that's why we believe that the suspect ran in this direction, south or north, and disappeared. And he certainly could have disappeared in a couple of places, paying back out. He could have gone west on Franklin Street, east on Franklin Street, across the bridge here, I-70 underneath this bridge. He certainly could have gone back up Bennett Place, come out this way and ran back up here while the officer was in this section here rendering aid. And that's what we've looked at the area, and we've kind of surmised that that's probably what happened. One thing's for sure, we understand that when the commissioner came on TV recently, he made a statement, and he said that the second partner, when he heard the shots go off, was behind the vehicle, taking cover. So we believe that that vehicle was parked right here, and the officer was in fact taking cover, probably not knowing where the shots were coming from. And so the commissioner would not give us what street that the car was parked on. So when we look at Schroeder Street, which is here, you can see there's a clear viewpoint if the officers would have parked in this section right here. So that partner would have seen everything that went on right here, without a doubt. So we believe that that's the street. We believe that Bennett Place, westbound, something was going on. They pulled over, stopped. Suitor started to investigate. The partner stayed for whatever reason. That's going to be a big question in this whole case. For whatever reason, he stayed there. And within seconds after the officer rounded this corner right here, he engaged the suspect again in a subsequent struggle, and the officer lost his life right here in this section right here. We're going to go back out sometime next week and do a reenactment with a couple of folks and walk you through what we believe happened in this particular case. For a better view of this location here, I'm going to pan back out. You want to go to Google Maps, and you probably can just type in Schroeder Street and Bennett Place, and that'll bring it up, the aerial viewpoint, and you'll see. Now, one thing you will see, because I think the Google map is 3 years old, you'll see that in this vacant lot A right here, there's a tree there, but it's not there now. It wasn't there on the day that the officer was murdered. So there was certainly a clear view as to what was going on in this section here of vacant lot A. That's all we have to report today. We look forward to you keeping up with us. Feel free to comment online. If you want to subscribe, you can do that as well. My name is Mike McCormick. I'm Director of Advanced Criminology here in Owings Mills. Thank you.